Hey guys, how's it going? We are in the garden pretty early this morning, which is always really nice to be able to get out here early. The plan for today is to, I gotta water my seedlings really quick, open up the greenhouse, get some airflow going. And then I need to, not need to, but I'm going to today. The arbs that are behind the gazebo, I'm going to limb them up. So I had talked about turning them into like kind of like a lollipop situation. When I was in Michigan, I had seen one that was lollipop and I was like, ooh, I kind of like that. So I think that's what we're gonna do today. Just give it a trial. If I love it, fabulous. If I hate it, that's also fine. Then I can take it out, which is originally what I was thinking I was gonna do anyways. But let's just try this. So I'm gonna open up the greenhouse really quickly, so that way there can be some airflow in here. None of the vents are open this morning because it's still kind of cold out. Honestly, it's a little bit chilly out here. But this makes it so that when it starts to warm up, the greenhouse is all good. And I do need to water seedlings today. Yes, we're gonna water those really quickly. And in case you're wondering how I've been watering my seedlings in here, because we don't have water in here yet, this is how this seedling is very dry. Then I'm gonna come here, bottom water. I'm gonna go fill this up with some more water. Could I technically grab the hose, because it's literally right here, and fill up the trays that way? Yes, but I don't know. I'm going slow. I enjoy using this pitcher. It makes it just feel romantic, I guess. I don't know what the word is. I like it. I like using the pitcher. It's extra. So this is the wall of arbs that I have that we're going to limb up today. So I gotta move the couch, and I think I'm gonna have to move the chair and table. I might also have to figure out about moving that willow tree. But I want to limb them up because there's so much like dead down here. So I would like to take care of that issue. I think my plan is to limb them up to about here. So they're gonna kind of look like little lollipops, and as they continue to grow, I will continue to limb them up. So we will eventually have them limbed up to probably right about where the fence stops, and then all of the growth up above it. My plan is then I can like kind of plant maybe something low growing. I don't know, like I could tuck in like a hosta down there, but I also need to today look at all the privet seedlings that are coming up. Those all need to get pulled, taken care of. Then I can clean out all the dead in here. So we're gonna start off by removing the couch, and then we will go ahead and start cleaning it all up. So it takes about 5 minutes to do one tree. And it, I will say it's a look, that's for sure. I know that by cutting off all of this, it's going to focus its energy on wanting to push out some new growth up top, which will be really good because I do want these to fill in. My goal is to get these to touch so that this kind of creates a wall. You know, I mean, what'll be nice is like all of this down here. I'm gonna take this up to here, and that one will get rid of all the dead there. This was 2 trees in here too. So there's this main tree, and then there's one back behind there. So I'm gonna come through and I'm gonna cut that all the way off down at the base. I expect that back one to try to push some growth on there. So I will have to keep an eye on that. But I think until then, I just need to continue to keep it limbed up. Am I taking that off? Yeah, that's gotta come off. Whoa, that's a look. Okay, here we go. Let's get all these done, and then we will decide if we are keeping these or not. Well, Brent goes, okay, holy Whoville. Yeah. So we've decided to leave the 3 Whovilled up, and then we've decided to leave the 2 on this side, and I have 2 on that side that we're going to leave as full trees. Because we really do like the full tree look, and these ones look the best. That one still looks a little bit rough, but the other ones look good. I mean, that one's just rough down below. And I do have some hop seeds that I'm hoping eventually grow and take it over. We'll see what happens with life. You know, things are always changing around here, as they do. But I'm going to clean up this mess down here, do the privets. I am going to put some tea seed meal down here because I'm seeing the coffee ground looking soil. So if it kind of looks like this, see how it looks like coffee grounds? That's a pretty good indicator that you have jumping worms. So I think that there's probably jumping worms in this area, which I'm not surprised if we're being honest. But now I got to come through, clean up my mess, pull all these little privet seedlings, and then put the tea seed meal. Let's see. Like, see, this is right under the mulch. It's not even mulch. It's under all of the debris and everything, which jumping worms love. And then the whole soil just looks like coffee grounds. But I've been digging in here, and I wasn't seeing any worms. Oh, yep, there they are. See the jumping? Whoo! Yep, that's the jumping worm indicator. Great. Yep, we will tea seed meal this up. Not great at all. Ugh. And to address the question about my neighbors, if they are treating for tea seed meal, are treating for the jumping worms, no, none of my neighbors are, and they're not, and I know that they're probably not going to, and I don't think they're really going to even deal with jumping worm issue at all, is because jumping worms need wet soil. We have wet soil over here. We irrigate regularly. All of our plants are on irrigation. My next door neighbor's on this side, my next door neighbor's on the other side, and our back alleyway. Nobody has irrigation. Nobody like is growing anything, so there's no reason for them to be irrigating. So I know that their soil, especially right across the way, is rock hard. It's so compact. It's very rock hard. There's no moisture in it, and so I don't have to. I'm not worried about them having jumping worms. It's us having jumping worms. If we had rain here and it was lush and green and beautiful and all those things, and a spot for jumping worms to survive, I would probably buy a couple bags of seed meal, and I would be like, hey, can I broadcast this in your guys' yard just to, be safe? But I doubt they have jumping worms, because I know how rock hard their soil is, and our other neighbors, just because I know that they're not growing anything. So I know that they can't survive in that. They have to have moist, lofty soil. They love compost. They love plant debris. They love mulch. They love all of those things. So I know they're not on the other fence. I'm like 90% positive. Anyways, let me get that cleaned up, and then treat for worms. Okay, it looks better now that the ground is all cleaned up and it doesn't look a total mess. It's definitely different for sure. So we're gonna leave it, and we're just gonna live with it for this year, and until next year, honestly, and see how we feel about it. Like I said, I do like those ones being full, and we have two over on this side that I like being full. Not sure I hate this, not sure I love this. So we'll see. I'm hoping that maybe because they don't have anything to take care of down here, that they'll put up a whole bunch of growth up top, which ultimately that's all our goal was to get it so that way this little section right here is just kind of blocked, so that way I don't know, it's just privacy, our neighbors' bedrooms and bathroom look over to our gazebo where we sit all the time, and we can see into theirs, and so it's just kind of like a privacy thing on both parties, which will be really nice. So hopefully those take off. If they don't take off, I'm going to take them out and I am going to put something else in, but we're going to give them until next year, see if they do anything. And then I did come through and I did treat the ground with some seed meal because of the jumping worm issue that we were dealing with here. I'm going to come through and I'm going to do it again. I didn't get it very well. Best method is dry broadcasting it, but if you don't get a lot of rain, like I don't get a lot of rain, and I didn't want to sit here with a sprinkler for 10 minutes, I just mix up a small batch, and then I just use the watering can, douse the ground with it. I can see some of the ground is pretty dry right there, so I'll go through and I'll get that again, and then I'm trying to get right up against the fence and really kind of soak that. And then I know that I'm gonna have to do all of this area too at some point this winter time. I'm going to use the broadcast method before we get a rain, and I'm gonna come out and I'm just gonna broadcast the entire yard. But now we're gonna hang up a metal rod here and do some curtains, because you can see the sun is starting to come in here, and it makes it in probably about an hour and a half, 2 hours. it makes it really hot to sit in here. So we're gonna hang up a metal rod, kind of like we did in the greenhouse, and then hang up the 2 curtains that I have left. I had originally bought 4 for this project, but I decided to use 2 of them in the greenhouse. Eventually, I will take the ones from the greenhouse and I will put them over here. That's where I bought them for originally, until I find ones that I like better for the greenhouse. I want something a little more sheer. Well, it will be nice to sit here this evening and not have the sun blasting on us. The issue was you couldn't even sit right here, so this will be really, really nice. I don't mind that look at all. I definitely need to get on ordering extra curtains for the greenhouse. This just looks like I hung up a sheet, where if I get 2 more on here, I can have them kind of bunched up towards the end, and then it'll just look more like bunched up curtains, which will be a better look than a hung up sheet. Anyways, I think it looks good. It's nice that the arbs are taken care of back there, and now we can come through and we can easily open these up for when we want light and more air movement in here in the morning time, and then close them in the evening time when we want to not get pelted by the sunlight. So that is where this video is going to end, because it is already hot out. It's almost 100 degrees today. Random little heat wave that we're getting today, which it's fine. That's gardening here. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I'm gonna go inside, chill. I'm gonna go figure out some curtains for the greenhouse, so that way I can figure out how to get all 4 curtains in here. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you guys so much for coming along with us, hanging up the curtains, taking care of the arbs, cleaning that mess up down there. And I feel like we did something else. We watered my seedlings. So thank you guys so much for visiting our garden, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye, guys.